Hey everyone! Welcome back to Maddie's Creative Corner. It's so good to have you here. So Saviland sent me this dip powder nail kit to review for you guys, and this is my first time trying a dip powder kit. I purchased some in the past. I had no idea what to do with it. I ended up gluing the little brush on glue into some powder, and it was a mess. So today I'm gonna try it with you. Let's see everything that's included. As you can see, they have a base and top coat, which is like a very thin glue that dries very fast. They have the activator, which helps the acrylic powder or the dip powder set. They have the little pusher tool that helps with pushing your cuticles and also cleaning around after you've made mistakes, a file, and this nice little fan brush that can help you put away all the excess powder. And of course, instructions. So when it comes to the colors, these are all white and nude shades. As you can see, literally the first color is white. Then we have dawn pink, and this is like something between a pink and a white. Then we have pale pink, and then we have this one, which I love, which is the regular pink color. They also had two glittery ones. This is rose pink, and it has this dark kind of pink glitter inside. It's so cool. This one is called flamingo pink. This one is pinkish gray, and I like this one a lot actually. Then we have rose taupe, which was another one of my favorites, and rose brown, and lastly another glitter, which is gold, and this was super nice as well. So this is everything included in the kit. Let's go ahead and try building the nails. I'm so excited about this. Okay, so as you can see, I tried picking out colors. I picked out these three. I already put on my tips, my plastic tips to extend the nails, and this was my first mistake that I realized after the video. I did not blend in the tip with my natural nail, and these nails were a little bit bulky on that area, but it's okay. As you can see, I applied a very thin layer. I tried to follow the instructions as much as I could. So I applied a thin layer of the glue in the middle of the nail to kind of try building an apex. That also kind of failed, but it's okay because it's the first time I'm trying this. So, we're gonna make mistakes and learn together. That's always my motto. I went ahead and I dipped my nails into the different colors. I decided to kind of try these three colors for different nails, and I have seen people do like marbling effects and stuff like that. I was not gonna try that. We're just gonna try covering the nails, the bare minimum for today's video. So yeah, after that was done, I repeated it on all of the nails. Thin layer of glue in the middle of the nail, then dipping into the powder. Then I brushed off the excess, and we're going for a second dip. And as you can see, I put pretty much the same area as before and a little bit on the sides, just not all the way down to the cuticle. I wanted to keep it as thin as I could. And I went ahead and I just repeated this with all of the nails. So this is my second coat for now. Also, something I noticed that probably plays a difference when it comes to how you apply it is the way that you dip the finger into the pot. You do not want to push it down too hard. You want to let it kind of float into the powder. Otherwise, it will create like little ridges or have a lot of product in certain parts of the nail. So you don't want that. Just don't push your finger in. Just put it slowly. Now we're going on to the third dip, and now I'm covering the entire surface of the nail. I was especially careful near where the fake tip touches my natural nail, like where it's glued on the sides of the nail, because I was kind of scared that it was going to break off at that point. And I also glued the tip as far up as I could, like on the edge of my nail. So yeah, I just went ahead, dipped them a third time, and I have to say, I was very surprised at how fine this powder is. I remember from the other kit that I had bought, it was something from Amazon, I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't as fine as this one. And of course I know that Saviland has one of the top names when it comes to dip powder, and I can really see why. It's really good quality. It's such a finer texture than regular acrylic powder. It's like it's been milled more. So yeah, it's really cool. I would actually like to try this as regular acrylic. I saw Evie from Long Hair Pretty Nails do like 3D flowers on dip powder nails, and that kind of, you know, sparked my interest. I want to try that as well. So yeah, for now we're finishing the third dip, and we're gonna go in for a fourth dip because these are just not thick enough, not strong enough, and I had to build them up a little more. Now, another thing that I noticed when it came to my application is that for a couple of the nails, I messed up and I actually used a little bit more glue, more of the base and top coat than others. If you can see my ring finger right now on the top, it's very bulky. You can see like a little ring forming on the top part of the nail, and this is entirely my fault because I used a lot of this glue and it ended up accumulating on the tip of the nail as I was dipping it because I applied a little bit of pressure and it like put a lot more of the product on that point. So make sure that you use really thin layers. That's another key point that I think makes a difference with this. Of course, I'm a beginner as well, so I could be telling you something wrong. I don't know. I'm just going by experience, I guess. Like, as I'm going, I'm telling you. You can also see the ring on this nail. Like, you can see the very edge of it. I used a lot of the brush on glue, and I just messed up at that point. But it's okay. Like, you can file it off. It's actually not that difficult to file off, so it's salvageable. Even if you make a mistake, don't worry, it's happy mistakes. We can fix everything with a hand file. It's fine. And finally, we're going for a last dip into the dip powder. And this is the point where I felt like the nails were, you know, thick enough to not break and to be structurally okay and ready for me to file. So I just went ahead and I dipped them all a last time. Once again, I made sure not to use too much of the glue. And after I let the glue dry for a few minutes, I went ahead and I applied the activator, and I made sure to apply enough to all of the nails. As you can see exactly where I've made mistakes and added too much glue, but that's fine. We can easily file that away. It's not a big problem. And I made sure to apply enough of the activator once again to make sure that it's saturated and that it hardens the acrylic. And I left that alone for a few minutes to do its thing. And then I started tapping it with the metal tool to make sure that they make the clinking noise that, you know, acrylic makes when it's dry. I hope that makes sense. If you don't know what that is, it essentially sounds something like this. Hope that makes sense again. And that makes sure that it's dry, that the nail is completely dry, that the acrylic has cured. And after that was done, I filed them all, I made sure to buff them, and I went in with another layer of the activator just because I had filed the top layer. I wanted to make sure that if I exposed the glue anywhere or, you know, took it down too much with the file, that it would cure well once again without it having any issues. So once again, I just let that dry for a little bit, and overall I think they look pretty okay. For like my first try, I think I did a good job. After the activator dried, I went ahead and I added another layer of the glue, and this is essentially kind of like a top coat that seals in the nail, and you can use this just like this, like add a couple layers of this to give it a shiny finish, or you can use one layer like I did and then use any gel products you would like on top of it, like liner gel or top coat or whatever else you like. So of course we're not done there. When that dries, I went ahead and I added some of my rhinestone glue, and I added this cute, adorable little pink bow. I absolutely love these. I'm so excited to use it. And I also added some of these gems. I got these from a friend. She sells them locally in Greece. So if you're Greek and you want like lots of rhinestones and different gel products from Korea and stuff, send me a message or write a comment and I will give you her Facebook so that you can come in contact and see everything that she's selling. She's super nice and has so many cool products. And yeah, I also went ahead and I used some of these little pearls and some of these little caviar beads, and I cured those in the lamp. I also decided to add a little bit of rhinestone glue on my pointer finger, and I just added a few little like cuticle pearls, I guess, just to give it a little bit of a different texture on the nail. And I went ahead and I cured everything in the lamp. And of course you cannot forget the top coat, and this really made the glitter shine through. I was so excited about how these turned out, just because the glitter is so beautiful and so sparkly. As you know, I love glitter. I need to have it on everything, so this was just super cute. And I can't wait to use the gold glitter in another video as well to show you just how shiny it is. It's so pretty. And yeah, I was just super excited about this, and these actually lasted quite a while. I had to take them off to film another video, but these were just fine. Like, they didn't break, they didn't chip, they were completely fine. And yeah, I really liked them. After that is done, it's time to apply some cuticle oil to nourish our cuticles. And here is the finished look. I am so happy with how this turned out. I love anything glittery, as I said before, you know that. And I just think that these are so cute. So cute. And the colors, because they're so soft and pink and muted, they're perfect for fall. And I think that this really is a powder kit, the powder kit that you're going to be using all through autumn and winter. So make sure to give it a try. I will leave a link to everything in the description down below. Let me know what you thought about the video, subscribe, and leave a like and a comment. And yeah, I'm just so excited about these nails. Let me know what you thought about them, and if you've tried the powder yourself, and let me know how I did for my first try, okay? I tried. I will see you in the next video. Bye!